We need to finish these guys. Hey, what's up, Tiki man? Where have you been, man? Had us all worried there for a long while. Gotcha. Yeah, the last thing we heard, you could be on call for the California fires, and then all of a sudden you just never said anything, like you just disappeared. Lord. I don't know if I'm about to see any of your streams. My schedule kind of has changed. I'll try to still stop by whenever I can. And they don't look too shabby. See if I can. Oh, actually, I want to show you, what do you call it? Let me turn off autofocus. Maybe focus a little bit further out. I guess that's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, don't look too bad. For sure. I've improved my technique just a little bit more. But I want to show you the assassins that 3D printed. They actually look really nice. See, I think this is the right. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Change the focus a little bit. There we go, a little bit closer. I'm not finished with them yet, but I really like the way the black and the red and the violet turned out. I'm not done with her hair or anything yet, but I like the mask too. I'll save my favorite for last. So, oh, you're not familiar with, I don't know if you're familiar with the assassins. These are the assassins of, well, the Imperium. Each of them are a little bit different. Looks like I guess I need to fix her butt there. I need to get a gray. I need to find my gray so I can paint their suits a little bit more so it's not just straight black. There's one more after her. Yeah, it's resin printing, of course. So let me see if I can. The only problem with like getting too close of a zoom is that the light just. There we go. I can get a little bit closer. So it's pretty nice and detailed. Just you have to worry about the supports and stuff, which you know you should get a sander and kind of sand down the bumps and stuff. A lot of them turn out pretty good, and then my favorite one is this one. Let's see if I can get the zoom all the way. It's because she's actually smiling, and her teeth is kind of creepy, and that's the reason why I like her. Let me zoom out a little bit so there can be some light. There we go. So, but she's the anti-infantry. She's the drug assassin essentially. She's the one that takes all the drugs. But I like her face. I like her smile. She's just creepy looking. Ah, there you go. And that's obviously this one right here. I didn't paint her with the violet because I just wanted to see maybe paint her something different. But then I think the violet actually looks really good. I ran the Vindicator as well back in, damn, what edition was that? I have no idea what edition it was. Third, fourth, or fifth, I guess. Ooh. Oh, hold on. I gotta go grab something. I think it's pretty close by. But I want to get this project going soon. Hold on. I'm gonna go grab it. Is this it? Yep. Okay. Sweet. This is gonna be a massive one. Oops. Blurry. Okay. Grab it out first. So it's in two pieces at the moment. So you can see here the dreadnought, right? So the size comparison from a dreadnought to this model, and it's not even fully printed yet. So I'll just take away half his body real quick. Let's see, get the focus. So you can kind of see a little bit of him. The clear resin makes it very difficult, but I'm trying to use up the last of the clear resin so I can get print my other resins. It's quite detailed. So you can see the little gaps here for the wings. You can see it's basically, it looks like a kind of like a corn demon. And then his legs, obviously. And he has like a really huge base. I was hoping to use him as like Angron substitute, but I think he's bigger. He's definitely bigger than Angron. At least the model is. I just don't know if his base is, which it probably is. So I'm hoping I can get him primed sometime on my weekends, and maybe get started painting on him. Alright. Yeah, so anyways, my schedule has changed from work. I'm off Fridays and Saturdays, which I know you stream those nights, but the problem is that I usually go up to the shop and I have tournaments on Saturdays, so it's kind of hard. But whenever I don't have tournaments and stuff like that, I'll definitely try to show up on your stream if I don't keep forgetting. I have terrible memory. But glad to see you back, man. Jesus, it's been a long while. Oops. Actually, I'm gonna varnish these guys so that they're done. Varnish. All right, man. Take it easy. Hey, what's up, Think? trying to varnish my finished Marines, at least in terms of the color, the paint. I just gotta do the base, which will come after the varnish. Okay. Oh, for like the tournament stuff? I'm not sure yet. I still need more practice, but Gilliman's always gonna be in it. Gilliman. 2 Whirlwinds. Maybe 2 Vindicators. 1 Gladiator Lancer. Maybe a Ballistus Dreadnought running Anvil Siege. Let's make it rain. I don't have the line or anything like that. Don't really care for him, especially what he did with Guilliman during the Horus Heresy. The lion's a dick. You know what he did, right? I think I told you some of the stories. So during the Horus Heresy, Guilliman and the Ultramar was kind of isolated from the rest of the Imperium. There was a big rift that happened between Imperium and Guilliman, and still a lot of the Primarchs got caught in between it. I believe Sanguinius, whatever his name is for the Blood Angels, and the Lion were stuck in that warp. Guilliman, with I believe an Iron Warriors guy, found a beacon in a sense, and he used that beacon as a way as like a North Star for people who are trapped in the warp. Well, the entire, I believe, not the entire, but perhaps the entire First Legion made it out the warp because of that beacon. But the Lion didn't trust. Obviously, he didn't trust who's a loyalist and who's not, because you know the Horus Heresy just happened. Who don't know who's who? Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? So he had a suspicion with his brother, Guilliman. Guilliman welcomed him brought him into the into his into his domain, you could say, and talked to him about it. Well, the lion was hunting down Corvus Corax? No, who's the Nightshade, Nightwing guy? Not Corvus Corax. It's damn, I can't remember his name. Anyway, he's chasing down one of the enemy Primarchs because he was in the ship. He infiltrated it, and but before he could catch him, they realized he got out the warp, and then he met with his brother Guilliman. The Lion came down on a ship with his Space Marines, but in reality as well, his Space Marines on a ship were still hunting down, I can't remember his name, the Primarch, the evil Primarch. And also, there are Space Marines in drop pods ready to assault Guilliman and the States if Guilliman were to be evil. And the entire time, Guilliman was being open to Lionel and welcoming him. And then all of a sudden, the evil Primarch in Lionel Johnson's ship found this, like he was running away from the Lionel's Space Marines. He found this one thing where it says it needs a Primarch's authority to deploy. And what that deployment was in fact all the Space Marines that were in drop pods, ready to assault Ultramar in a sense. So, God, hold on, I need to find his name. Good lord, it's Primarch. It's not Corvus Corax. Why can't I think of his name? For traders. Konrad Curze. Yeah, and well, Konrad Curze found this button that says, let's see what this does, and he pushed it because he's a Primarch and authorized it. And then all of a sudden, all the drop pods launched, and Guilliman still had his shield up, and you know the Ultramarines told Guilliman, hey, looks like we got a drop pod assault coming. He told the Primarch, and Guilliman's like, what is this, Lionel? What are you doing? Are you trying to attack me? Or he's saying something along those lines, and Lionel seemed genuinely worried. It's like, no, brother, I did not authorize this. Please let my sons live. Drop the shields. And Guilliman was very suspicious at first, but then almost in the last minute, Guilliman said, you better not have betrayed me. I am trusting you. And he told his people to drop the shields, and they did. The drop pods came. The Lion told his troops to cooperate 100% with whatever the Ultramarines demanded of them. Do it. Don't question it. Don't fight them. Just do it. They all got into Ultramarines' custody, and Lionel and Konrad Curze actually dropped with one of the drop pods, and and got away. And then after a while, all of a sudden there's this fight going on, and it's like Guilliman was confused, like, what's going on? Why is there reports of death and casualties? And he was talking to Lion. It's like, what's going on, Lion? It's like, well, before we got here, I was on the hunt for Konrad Curze, and I guess he was in one of those drop pods. And Guilliman was pissed off. Was like, what? Why did you not tell me this? Why are you holding it until now? Why did I have to find out the hard way that there's a traitor Primarch among us? Because in one of the drop pod that dropped, I believe the Dark Angels were dead, and the Ultramarines that were there were also dead. And that's how they found out, because one of the squads didn't report it in. What else? But they also had apparently they had Vulcan there. Vulcan came crashing down into Ultramar. They kept him locked up in a cage because he was just furious. He was just angry all the time for some odd reason. And in the cage, he was actually like he can't see outside or in it, so he was calm. I do believe whenever Gilliman approached the cage, I don't remember if they could see or not, but Vulcan started acting up, and Gilliman was like, "Let me in there, let me see my brother." But his Ultramarines were saying, "No, we shouldn't. Look at him. He's acting, crazy." I don't know what happened with Vulcan at the time. Well, anyways, Gilliman ended up meeting the Lion after that, after the Vulcan meet, and then obviously Lion came down to drop pot of salt. Then Konrad Curze. When Konrad Curze showed up, the Vulcan somehow got out of his cage and started going after Konrad Curze. But anyways, and then another thing, I don't know, this must have been a different book. I think the Lion wanted the orbital bombardment. One of the planets that had Gilliman's mother in it, and Gilliman's like, "No, you're not gonna orbital bombardment that planet. My mother lives there," essentially. And the Lion didn't care, obviously. But yeah. Man, that looks really blue on there. I'm gonna redo my Redemptor Dreadnought. It's not with the new painting technique that I use, and I like the new painting technique that I use now. I remember listening to that in one of the like the short clips and stuff, and I think at that time this is whenever Imperium Secundus was established, and that Sanguinius, I don't know why I can't pronounce his freaking name, Sanguinar or whatever his name is, was emperor essentially, or the running leader at the time. And then they end up tracking Konrad Curze, and the Lion was going to orbital bombardment the planets. The Gilliman found out. Gilliman stopped the Lion before he could, and then I think the Lion got banished essentially because of that thing where he was just going to bomb the planet just because Konrad was there, killing a whole bunch of innocent people at the same time. And the banishment came from both Gilliman and Sanguinius. Let me see his name. Hold on. Sanguinius. Man, why can I not? I used to be able to pronounce his name right. I can't now. I'm going to call him the Sanguinar. Anyways. So he was right when they were going to banish him, or they did banish him. The warp storm gave out, and they could find a way through the warp storm, I believe. I guess it maybe didn't give out completely, but they could find a way through the warp storm to get to the Emperor. So they all just dropped what they were doing and say, "Let's make it back to Terra. We need to get back to the Emperor." So I am so curious as to see the Lion and Gilliman meet up in the 41st or 42nd or whatever millennium it is now. Gilliman's like, "You remember when you were trying to kill my mother and the entirety of a planet?" I don't know. They say that the Lion right now is much wiser than what he used to be. You know, he's not so rash or drastic or anything like that. So maybe the Lion will realize the error of his ways, or maybe he's still very suspicious of everyone. I'm not sure. But I just can't wait. I want to see more books with interactions of Gilliman, which I need to get Devastation of Baal, because there's an interaction between Gilliman and Dante, which I absolutely loved from hearing from like the short stories and stuff. I think I told you about this one too. He did it, actually. He grew up a little bit by himself, but then he was picked up by his father. It's not like he was by himself like the entirety of his childhood. I don't know how long he was alone in the forest, but I know it wasn't like all of his life. And plus you have, you know, how many years with your brothers? I don't know how long he's actually been with them, but you know, to learn to trust a little bit or to open up a little bit. I mean, I think wasn't he still found while he was still a child though? I mean, he wasn't found by the people when he was an adult, did they? I think the Primarchs grew up like normal human beings. I believe the age roughly the same, I think. I think they grow up about the same, but I think they live longer lives. Because obviously, Gilliman was found as a child, and whenever Gilliman was an adult, the father was still alive. So clearly, you know, they don't take 100 years to become teenager or anything like that. I mean, like, I definitely want to be fair for sure, but I think he was found when he was still a child, so it's not like he was, you know, it's not like he was Fenris or Logan. No, what was his name? Leman Russ. Leman Russ was raised by wolves for a while. I mean, you could definitely need to look at his history with his father and family for sure. That would be more the reason than the forest. I mean, mind you, Lemon Russ was, hold on, let's see. I don't think it says. I don't. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how long Lehman was raised by wolves. I don't know if he was raised by wolves until he was an adult. I think so. So. But then again, I don't know. I mean, check this out. The Lehman Russ is supposed to be the executioner. He's supposed to be the one that kills Primarchs. So would the lion win? No, I don't think so. From what I'm hearing, um, I think the only person that could probably beat the lion is Sanguinius. Good lord. The Sanguinar, Blood Angels Primarch. I believe he is the best fighter. And then it's probably the lion. I, I don't know why I can't pronounce his name. I used to be able to so easily. I don't know what the heck happened. It's dumb. I need to listen to his name and then so I can pronounce it properly again. I don't know why I'm having brain farts whenever I try to pronounce his name. Sanguinius. Hold on. I'm glad I could make your night, man. At least one of us, you know. Hold on, I'm gonna look that name up and freaking how to pronounce the freaking name. There we go. Sanguinius. 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 I'm looking at all the different ways that people are typing it up on here, and and the AI is saying, here, let me copy and paste it in chat. Sanguinius, 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 sanguinius. Okay, I think I got it. Sanguinius. Where's my... Sanguinius. What's that, Francois? Sanguinius, yeah. It still doesn't sound right to me for some odd reason. I've been saying it, but it just doesn't quite sound... It's not sounding right in my head. Sanguinius, yeah. So anyway, I think he's supposed to be the best fighter, maybe. It's either him or the lion. But based on, like, the lore, like, Sanguinius... 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 fought, like, so many demons... So many even greater demons, like even really, really well-known ones, and defeated them. Like, I don't know how long he held, I believe it's called the Eternity Gate, I guess? Soloed so many demons, so many greater demons, even really well-known demons. Like, I don't know if even the lion could do that. And, And Francois, you know about the lore 40k and the Primarchs? Let's see what he has to say about it. Lion. Should be, hey, what's going on? So yeah, so Francois, the Lion versus Sanguinius. Chibi. Wait, the Blood Angels Primarch versus the Lion? Ah, Jake, yeah, Craig, yeah. I mean, a monster? No, I think Sanguinius would win. This is you're just asking for another opinion though. So mind you, I'm not saying my opinion's correct. I mean, I don't know if it's written in the book somewhere. Actually, matter of fact, we could probably Google it to see who would really win, or maybe if they fought in the books before. Yeah, I call him Craig because it's like the Craig. You know, his name has Craig in it, Chibi. Oh, sorry, we're having a little Sanguinius versus the Lion. Oh well. Francois, do you know what Sanguinius did prior to fighting Horus? And mind you, at the time that Sanguinius died was because Horus had all the god's powers in him. So Sanguinius, I believe, held the Eternity Gate for like 1 week, non-stop fighting against greater demons and demons all alike. He soloed entire armies. So yeah, if you, the lore is Sanguinius before he fought Horus was the fact that he was fighting like for entire, I believe it's an entire week at the Eternity Gate. Lion, the Eternity Gate, at the Eternity Gate. Let's see. So he basically fought like really named demons and defeated them. Let's see if I can find out how long he held it there. How long? Sanguinius held the Eternity Gate, allowing the remaining loyalists forced to retreat, for it felt like an eternity, but it was actually for a few hours against the traitor army during the Siege of Terra. Let's roll. During the Siege of Sanguinius, the Primarch of the Blood Angels was tasked to hold the Eternity Gate, a crucial defensive position to allow the remaining loyalist forces of his sons to retreat. That's long enough to retreat accomplished. Francois, not just regular demons, talking about like named demons. What's one of the demons he fought in Eternity Gate? So like, right. Let's see. Can't remember. So who did San? Okay. Okay, so before, according to the AI, before his final confrontation with Horus, Sanguinius faced and defeated the Chaos Titan Kabanda, then fought the Demon Primarch Angron, all during the Siege of Terra. Kabanda seems already wary. Oh, so who's Kabanda? Lion didn't kill Angron, but having to kill a primary is a different thing. How big, how strong is Kabanda? Let's see. Kabanda is the greater demon of the blood god core, known as the Bloodthirster. Kabanda is recognized as among the most powerful and most feared of the blood god's servants, and he played an important role during the events of Horus Heresy, when he became the enduring nemesis of the Primarch Sanguinius and the Ninth Legion. He was responsible for the destruction of the majority of the Tyranid High Fleet after the formation of the Great Rift, devastation of Baal, and saved Blood Angel's chapter. That was the start. Determined that only he and he alone would afford the pleasure of bringing his son Sanguinius to their final role. Horus revealed Sanguinius word. So, after fighting thousands of demons, fought the most fearful blood demon, Bloodthirster, Kabanda. Then right after Kabanda, fought and defeated Angron. Then after that, I fought Horus, which had all the four gods' powers, by the way. So, yeah. But still, I wouldn't mind like seeing what people's opinions are. I know those two would be the top two. Lion killed all the Ghost Lions of Caliban. What is that? Let's see. Ghost Lions of Caliban. Caliban Lions are the most reduced of all the great beasts of Caliban. Of all the heroes of the time, Lionel Johnson and Zariel have ever killed one. Names come from the main on the negative side from the quadruped. Pause. Lions are also lethal. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, Zahariel. Who's that guy? Zahariel, born Elazar, was a Dark Age Space Marine during the Great Crusade. In the Caliban during the period that preceded the arrival of the Emperor. Left his home at the age of 7, attempted to join the Order of the Bands. I'm trying to figure out when did Zahariel also killed the Ghost Lions. I believe this is on Calibanite Lion. Is that what you're talking about? They're chaos creatures of the warp. Of course, is a good thing. Well, not the good thing, as in like if it shows anything. I know. A lot of what do you call it? Like what do you call it? I know a lot of demons and stuff are just like throwaway creatures that they throw out there, kind of like the Avatar of Cain. Supposedly, it's like super powerful, but yet he always gets defeated. It's kind of like that. Kind of sucks. This powerful shard of the Avatar of Cain just gets spanked around by regular Space Marines. Like, you know. I mean, and also, mind you, obviously fighting any kind of demons, if you can't truly kill them, they're kind of throwaway creatures as well. But it's just a matter of how many times they're thrown away. So, like, Angron... I'm trying to think, did Guilliman defeat Angron? I can't remember. Anyways. Like Kabanda, I don't know how many times he's been defeated. Obviously, him being a demon, he can kill him as many times and he'll always come back because he's part of the warp, much like any other demon. Same with Angron, of course. So killing them doesn't really necessarily say too much. But it's how many times they've been killed, I guess, will say something. So if Caliban only been defeated once, then living Primarch greater than dead Primarch. End of story. Not in terms of fighting skill. You fight them at their best. So it's kind of like saying, Francois, do you watch sports? It's kind of saying Stephen Curry greater than Michael Jordan because Stephen Curry's still playing. That doesn't make it true. Just because they're not playing anymore doesn't mean that they would have been able to beat, like, you know, whoever. I don't know. If there's something in the books about it, I'll take that for sure as a fact. But I don't know if they ever did. You fight your best and your... Well, a coward always survives. That doesn't make him a greater fighter. Generally speaking. Someone who runs away from a fight doesn't make them a great fighter. Makes them a great survivor, for sure. Absolutely. But not a great fighter. I mean, he could be. Greatest swordsman? Maybe. Greatest fighter? Not sure. I know Conrad Kurz could not predict the lion's attacks and stuff. He could not read the lion because he was able to change his move ever so slightly, ever so quickly, that Conrad cannot predict his moves. And Conrad can see the future, but so can Sanguinius. Good lord. But Sanguinius... Sanguinius is a bit of a different... his is a bit different from Conrad Kurz. Yeah, Conrad Kurz is foresight. I forget how they're different. Dude, I know I'm gonna struggle so hard at that name from now on. I have no idea why. I used to be able to pronounce it so well, now I just have brain farts every time I try to pronounce that. Weenius. Oh man. And I almost have an easier time saying the Sanguinar instead. And plus, I don't think Sanguinius is actually dead. Horus is actually dead, but I don't think Sanguinius is actually dead. I think his spirit left the body, but I think he can be resurrected. I believe what's the lore behind? I don't think so. I don't think Horus can kill. He can kill the body. Mind you, the Primarchs are beings of the warp. So even if you kill the body, unless you kill the spirit or whatever it is, they actually go back to I believe they go back to the warp. That's the reason why there's rumors, I believe, that says that the Emperor of Mankind went to the warp to make a deal with the gods there. And he stole something from them. That's the reason why they're pissed off. I don't know that for sure. I don't know the truth of the matter is. but they're saying that like Horus is dead because of what the Emperor did. But they don't believe that Sanguinar is actually dead. Now he can't resurrect like the Perpetuals. It's a bit different. I think the Emperor would have to go there, make another body or something, and take the soul and put it back into the body. I believe that's the only way they can resurrect the Sanguinar. So Chibi, Sidonian, Skratros. I'm not sure. That sounds familiar. Is that a demon? I don't know, Francois. Let's see. Let me copy that and see what that says. Sidonians, Skratros. Ah, Sinister Cybernetic Sentinel. What? Wait. Oh, never mind. I don't know. That whenever they release that model, that is just I couldn't help but laugh at Chibi. That model is so ridiculous. It is really ridiculous. At the same time though, it is charming. It looks pretty cool, it's ridiculous, but I guess that's the charm behind it. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that one, Chibi. It's you can't help but just love the model. Francois, I do believe Dante actually saw a vision of his Primarch. I believe. And that's again another rumor to say about the what was it? The Sanguinar. They believe that's probably their Primarch spirit. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember hearing something about that. I mean, that could be true too. I mean, technically, a lot of the Death Company does see their Primarch dying all the time. And they see a lot of Horuses as well. Horuses. There's just a lot of Horuses around. I need to watch Devastation. Not watch. I need to buy Devastation of Baal and listen to that story. I believe that's. I don't remember if that's a story where he sees his Primarch or not. I know that's where he talks to Guilliman though, and I do want to hear that interaction. Absolutely love Guilliman because of what he says to Dante. I mean, maybe. I'm not saying 100% sure because I don't know because freaking GW changes their lore almost all the time. So I wouldn't doubt that probably bring back Horus, even though, you know, they said he's been dead because of what the what you call it. Hence, they're crazy. No, they it's something in their gene code that just reactivates the I guess the death scene from the Horus Heresy. Makes them go crazy. It makes them relive that moment. Like I don't know how that happens in terms of the gene seed. It's like who in the world recorded that and implanted that in their gene seed? Well, it makes 2016 the timeline though. So that doesn't make us fought the orcs. Would they be faster? Because red is a fast color. Well, mind you, Chibi, I don't believe all the Mechanicus is red, right? Or is there just only one faction in the Mechanicus? Or is there multiple factions? Obviously, kind of like Space Marines, you have Ultramarines, Blood Angels, etc. Or is that the only color that they have? I mean, mind you, just because the orcs believe red goes faster doesn't mean that the Mechanicus believes that too. I think you have to believe in that for it to work. So, because the Adeptus Mechanicus don't believe red makes it go faster, I don't think they'll go fast. But the orcs would, though. Yeah, they do, for sure. But I just don't know if, like, there's different sub-factions of the Adeptus Mechanicus. And then Warhammer corporate officials took... Ah, I see, Francois. Huh. I mean, you could be right there, for sure. It's kind of a funny way to say that. Should we have a dress code? Tire and suits, guys. Tie and suits, guys. Not tire. My bad. Tire for you, though. The treads, dude. Tires for sure. But everyone else, tie and suits, please. They say there's things like nothing is canon. Yeah. I mean, I get like sometimes having to do what did they call it? Redactions and stuff. Because, you know, when you first create something, it's not exactly flushed out all the time. You know, especially when they first started this stuff. So it's kind of like loosey-goosey kind of deal. So I get that. I mean, you're a whole bunch of young teenagers, or however old they were when they created this thing. Yeah, 40K. Nothing corporate is canon. Well, I think they're trying to make things canon, obviously, but... I don't know, we will see how, especially the Amazon 40K stuff goes. Hopefully, Calvin can be the savior of 40K too. I mean, they kind of have a head start because of... Is that corporate? I believe that's corporate talk you're talking there. Anyway, Calvin Coolidge, Calvin Harris. Can't think of his name. Anyways, I hope he has quite a head start to go with in terms of the 40K stuff for Amazon, especially with Space Marine 2 just freaking blowing it up. And then with the what's that one thing that they did? Oh my gosh, that really boasted 40K and lore and stuff. I wonder if you even think it's still listening now. Almost done with this side. I've been 3D printing terrains. Oh, Francois, I don't know if I showed you this one model yet. Actually, I need to pop it out. The big demon, I don't know if I showed it to you or not yet. Have I? I know I showed a few people. You enjoying this thing? Wait, I gotcha. Gilliman's the greatest swordsman, Francois. He's the greatest pensman, should I say. No one can beat him in pensman. Hold on, let me grab that model quick. I don't have I showed it to you? I don't think. Here, I'm about to pop it out. Get ready. Let me move this out the way real quick. Alright. Hey, what's up? They are getting finished somewhat, but I guess you're in time to see the other project that I want to do. I have to hold it because it's in 2 pieces right now, so I'm going to give you a reference point. So here is the Redemptor Dreadnought, and here is the Demon Project right there. That probably a little bit better. There we go. They're about even level. So the Dreadnought comes up to this guy's waist. So this is the new model that I just 3D printed. I finished off his wings, I believe. I have to now to print his base. So let's get a closer look on his face. So he comes in 2 pieces. And yeah, it's been a minute. Oops, let me get a bit focused to zoom a little bit closer. Yeah, well, there you can kind of see him. I wonder if this is actually Kabunda now that I'm thinking about it. Like, he's so massive. Gilliman is the perfect politician. Someone that should never trust. Smart. I know where it comes from. Well, it's the resin that I have. It works really great. Like, I want these to be my infiltrators. So clearly with clear, there's stealth mode. So it works perfectly with that. But because I'm trying to use up all my clear resin first, and so it's kind of hard to see like supports and stuff, and like certain details just because it's so clear. You have a Mechanicus minis? I do not, Chibi. I don't run Mechanicus. Although I remember watching someone put together some Mechanicus models, especially the robots. Oh my god, it looks like a nightmare because so many little tiny pieces. So yeah, anyways, face looks really cool. I'm hoping to paint him. And he has I haven't finished his wings yet, so there's the inserts for his wings right there. And then you can see kind of like how his feet have this little ball for the insert into the base. So it's really weird there's a hole in there. I don't know why, but it goes like that. Well, he couldn't. He wanted to race to his father's side, but he can't. He could not. So yeah, this is hopefully once I get everything printed, I'll may glue some pieces together. May not with some others. I guess this tail, I need to get the 3D print that one out. You, sir, don't know how the warp works. The lion also did rush to the father's side, so what now? Same with Sanguinius. Good lord, that name. You are my bane. They're harder to build because they don't have weak flesh like Chibi. I mean, no, it's not because they don't have weak flesh like others. It's because they have too many mechanical bits. And maybe you're right, actually, Chibi. They remove a lot of the flesh and add a whole bunch of little like hoses and stuff. Yeah, Robanil. It looks really cool. I'm gonna spray paint him black because I want him to have a darker color to it. Hmm. Oh, to make it easier to transport. That's not a bad thought there. I didn't think about that, honestly. Because his model is very huge. Actually, here, let me send a link to chat. What he's supposed to look like. He's quite massive. I honestly can't wait to get started on him, but at the same time, that's going to be a long kind of painting. I'm going to use my technique on there to make it a lot easier. He's going to be messy looking, but then again, he's a demon, so he's not supposed to look all nice and pretty. Let's see. He was not on his way. Then why did he go to the Ultramar then, huh? Francois, why did he go to Ultramar? Why didn't he say, you know, screw Ultramar, let me go to Daddy? Big E Daddy. Big Daddy E. Where's the model? Good lord, I have a lot of models I bought. Almost there, I think. I got a 3D print Iron Man. Darn it. Where is you at? Oh, there's another model that I want to print too. Good lord. Dang, when did I get this? Holy Jesus Christ. Almost going down to the very... Oh, nope, that's not him. It's not him. Almost there, I think. Oh, well, that's not him. But that's an interesting model, though. Actually, sorry. I'm looking through all my list of models I bought or was given because I subscribed to people's stuff. This is a solo model. This is... Oh, here it is. So this is the official model. So you can see what it actually looks like. It looks really good. Okay. The has a little knob on the tail flamethrower thing. You look. Yeah, I was looking at that. It's like, is that like the exhaust pipe? It's like I thought that maybe that's where his poop goes, coming out his butt. But it looks like that's where flame comes out of. The model looks so ridiculous, but at the same time, it just looks really ridiculously awesome. Anyways, I do have to call it. I have a early meeting at work. Yeah. I have one more stream tomorrow before I take off for the next 2 days on the weekends because tournament days and practice days. Practice Friday and tournament Saturday. But I didn't get a chance to sign up to the tournament, so I don't think I'll be able to make it. But still, I'm probably going to be there. It kind of looks like Balrog, but the sword and the whip isn't made of fire. That's the Balrog of 40k. Well, it's not actually a 40k model. It's this guy, One Page Rules. He actually has like interesting games that he actually has. Like he has One Page Rules literally, and you can play with his models. I believe. I don't know for sure. I've heard about this. Like people talk about it in the gaming scheme. So, but the model just looks so awesome. I was thinking about using him as like an Angron, but I think it's actually bigger than Angron. Just the base alone, I'm hoping will be the same size as Angron's base, so at least even though the model's bigger, I could still just use him as Angron because of the base size, but I think it's bigger. Thrusters maybe start to fly like when you turn the power hose and let go of it. Well, it looks loose though in the bottom there. You know, that thing's gonna burn his feet off maybe. But anyways, I do have to get going. I have to get up early because of stupid work. 30 minutes early for meetings. Anyways, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I will stream one more time, I believe, tomorrow. Then I have 2 days off the weekends just because that's going to be practice day and game day. And then I'll be back to Monday, Friday from 4 to 4:30 a.m. is when my start time, Eastern Standard Time, and try to stream for at least an hour to paint my crap. Oh, and here's the finished models, kind of. So, oops, not that one. Oh my god, it's bright. I'll have to be really close. So I kind of, this kind of like my painting technique a little bit. Like the blue looks really popping. Anyways, he doesn't have feet though. He has the stalks. Anyways, I'll see you guys. I'll see you all in the next vid.